Okay.
So now we're going to sew the pocket bag in place. So this is our pocket facing, which sits behind here, and it's so that when you look into the pocket you don't see lining, you actually see the same fabric. And I've made this the facing, like it's not very wide, but it's interface as well, so it has a little bit of extra body. And this is our pocket bag, so the pocket bag will sew onto that and then sew onto the front here. So the first thing we need to do is we're just going to sew the facing in place. So we just need to pop this down here, and you'll see that I'm going to just match up the edge. And the pocket facing is the same length as our pocket welts, so it should match up on the end there. And and because we've already got the line of stitching here, we just follow along that line.
Exactly on top?
Oh, it doesn't have to be exactly on top, but you know, just right beside it's fine. And we'll just sew across and off the other end here. Okay. So you'll see that there. So you can see that's in place now. And now what we want to do is just sew the pocket bag here. So you'll see if we sew it on there, it'll cover up that seam allowance there. Mm-hmm. So again, flip this over, and the pocket bag is the same width as the welts again, so you can match up the end there. And so raw edges on raw edges. And just sew across to the other side. Okay, now all we have to do is sew these the two ends together here. So we're sewing the pocket lining onto the pocket facing here. Set 1 centimetre, and then we need to sit this nice and flat on the edge here. So, right, so what we've got here, the outside, so we flip this back, and you can see so that it's sitting nice and flat here, and we're just going to stitch down each side of the pocket here. And it doesn't have to line up with this stitching here. There's only a centimetre seam allowance, so we'll just start in the centre, and then we'll go down the side here. Back tack at the bottom, so that's our pocket bag sewn on one side, and then on the other side. Oh, and you'll see here what's happened is that because like this is actually gathered up slightly on there, so I should really have unpicked that, but for the sake of showing you the actual construction, I'm just going to leave that. And because we're stitching down the middle, I've still got enough seam allowance to catch anyway. And so that's our pocket bag created. You can see I've got my hand in there, hand in the pocket. Now the only thing is now, because this gapes a little bit, and when it's on the hanger for a long time, it'll fall down like that. So what we want to do now is we want to just hold these two edges together, and I'm going to change my stitch length on the machine. I'm going to turn that up to a 5 stitch length on the machine. Nice long stitch length, and then I'm going to hold it with my finger, and then I'm going to flip this back, and then I can put my fingers here, as you can see, sit together, get it under the machine, and for about like 5 centimetres, I'm just going to tack. I'm not going to back tack, and the idea is I'm just going to use a big stitch, and that's going to help hold the pocket closed. So I'm not back tacking at either end, and the idea is now we've helped to hold the pocket closed so it doesn't gape, and then when you buy, when somebody buys the garment, they'll actually be able to get in there and they'll just pull on this, and it will the threads will pull out and fall inside the garment, and then so you can actually use the pocket. And we'll give this one final press, and our pocket will be done.
Great. Okay, pressing makes good construction. So here we are again.
It does. Now, with this, we actually have, not a very clean iron. So I should be really using a pressing cloth on this, but I'm just going to give it a light press and a bit of steam. So I'm not really rubbing on it because with some fabrics shine. The irons in the studio have a Teflon plate on them, so they shouldn't really shine on fabrics. But if you're worried about the fabric shining, you can use a piece of calico or a light piece of voile or something, just to just to sharpen up the pocket. And then we have our finished work pocket.
Great.